My ambition is to make pictures that have that sense of immediacy to them. That was why I became a photographer. I saw the work of Cartier-Bresson and thought it was marvelous. I thought it was true visual poetry. And it seemed to me that photography was a way to create poetry without the terrible agony of using words. It seemed that this would be not easier, but more possible, trying to make a picture where everything in the picture was exact and correct as every word in a poem. But that seizure of the work of art, whether a poem or a photograph, would be instantaneous in the case of the photograph, and therefore would be simple binary. It's good, it's not good, plus or minus. And somehow that matched up with my psychic spirit as an artist. These pictures are all made on Los Angeles beaches on 4 separate occasions, 4 different trips that I made to the Los Angeles area, beginning in the middle 70s and ending in 1988. I guess the singular thing about that initial trip in 1975 was that I decided, on the basis of seeing the beautiful Los Angeles light, to do the work with a new camera that employed what's called a Cessna format, the 6x9 centimeter format, which in area is 4 times the amount of a 35 millimeter negative, rendering pictures that were much more thorough and beautiful in tone and descriptive quality, and also certainly in terms of describing that light, which gave things that seemed to me a kind of sculptural reality. Obviously, in photography, you can't separate either the pictures or, in a certain sense, the photographer from the machine. It's all just a practical matter of trying to match what you imagine is your ambition for your pictures and the machinery, the technology for seizing that. I had a quite well-developed sense of what the frame of the picture would be when I lifted the camera for one instant to make the exposure. So all of those years of using the Leica is involved in making these pictures. Photography might be, this kind of photography in the world, might be the most purely, truly intuitive form of art that we know, in that it is made instantaneously, seized in a moment, achieved in a moment, or not. It's a terribly restrictive, limiting medium. Anyone who manages to make something good out of it, I think is really doing something quite remarkable. It is such a demanding medium. My friend Gary Winogrand, a great American photographer, used to say that, think of the history of painting and how many great painters there have been, and photography, how many people use photography, and how very, very few great photographers there are. It's an exacting medium.